Happy Halloween. It's me, Alex, your sassy dispatcher, your sassy instructor, and founder of Dispatch Training Center. Let's see what's going on in trucking. Let's overview the last month, which is October 2024. Today is the last day, very spooky day, and hopefully market improve, but probably not. Trucking have been dealing with recession for the last year and a half, and we are all waiting for prices to go up, but it's not really happening. We always learning and we always sharing some tips with you. So let's dig in, like, share, ask question, and hopefully I'll see you in upcoming classes. Plus, we have a big surprise for students who decide to join our November training. But before, let's learn something new. While many of you, as a new dispatchers, are posting the trucks or searching for the loads. The first tip, always post your equipment. Why? Because you do want to receive those phone calls. So let's say we are actually looking for the load from Northeast to come back to Midwest tomorrow. So you have to choose the date. Should be pretty simple, correct? Let me make it a little bit bigger so everybody can see. And you click on the date, you choose for tomorrow. We are pre-booking because find loads from East Coast can be challenging, and we need to make sure we're coming back to Elgin area. That's where our driver parks his truck, and he lives close to that city. What type of equipment he has? You can click here and you can choose. You need to learn your abbreviation. So let's see. While you are posting van, dry van, it can be also van ride, van double, hazmat, hotshot, van or reefer, van or flatbed, van with a team. So let's just think logically. Can I post van or flatbed if I have dry van? No, it would not make sense. So I am simply choosing to post van standard. While I'm looking for the full type of loads, what other loads can we look for? Well, we can look for the partials. And if we are going to move our screen, well, or make it probably smaller, let's make it smaller so you guys can see all the fields. You also have to choose the weight. What does it mean, the weight? Weight of product that you can scale on your trailer. Do you see that I posted 46,000 and a lot of owner operators are gonna say, wow, she is crazy. I do not want to take heavy load. I am looking for lighter loads. Why? Because I want to save on fuel. I don't want to kill my equipment. But we are posting truck, and for the posting purposes, we are gonna put maximum for the type of equipment that we are posting. In this case, I'm posting dry van, so I always going to put 46,000. First, that's what legally most of us can scale. Secondary, all the brokers, when they post the weight, it's not accurate anyway. And that's why we will be verifying that information when we receive phone call or when we gonna be organizing loads by the weight, by the deadhead, by other criteria. But for the purpose of posting, I recommend you always put maximum. So 46,000 for dry van, 45,000 for the reefer, 48,000 for flatbed, step bed. You have your phone number here and you can write the comments. So in this case, I can tell you that we have tanker endorsed driver, right? You can add driver, but everybody understand that's what we mean. So endorse vertical E-tracks. Right away, when we are trying to post, we can see spot rate right here, and it's showing us that from Allentown market to Chicago market, in the last 15 days, they were paying $1.40 per mile. So this is what spot rate is. That is average for the last 15 days from Allentown market to Chicago market for Dry-van. So let's see, if I switch to the reefer, let's just do it right here, and then we're gonna go back. If I'm gonna put reefer, is that gonna make a difference? Let's see. Well, if I'm going to post this, and I have to change for 45,000 for the reefer, let's see what the market is going to show us. We are doing the e-track and we can post, right? So when we post it, we can view when we post, we can view all our matching loads. So let's see. If we are going to view in search, now we can see 30 results. But remember, we switched to the reefer, and it tells us what approximately the lane is paying, right? $1.53. So for dry-van, it was $1.40. For reefer, it's $1.53. We have other tools. We have market conditions. We have tri-hole options. But today we're not going to be talking about this. So now I need to adjust this posting. So I want to make sure that I change it to dry-van, right? Because that's what I post. I'm going to delete the reefer. I am looking for tomorrow. I will adjust my way to 46, and I am going to search. Well, it's already tell us it's a duplicate search and we already have it. So do you want to view the existing search? And it's up to you. You can create a new one. You can view existing. Well, I do want to create a new one. Why? Because I want to make sure that my truck is going to be visible on the load boards in the beginning. So the brokers can see that I reposted it today and it's not from yesterday post. So one more time, that's what we do when we post. We're gonna search loads right now. So I only have 49 results. For me personally, does it make sense to look at the highest paying load? Well, it's 1,300, 1,400, but 1,400 probably going all the way to Wisconsin, a little bit further, 81 miles from where I want to be. And also I have to deadhead to New Jersey. I'm not willing to do this. So I want to organize this by the closest loads to me. And right now I can see that they have 5 miles load going to McHenry, Illinois, which is only 5 miles away. It is posted for $1,000 and it's 876 miles. So it's not even $1.40. It's $1.14. Where else can I see this load? Well, since I have RTS, I can go and see the details on RTS factoring. Why? Because Ryan Transportation is a sister company for RTS. So look at this. I can go to RTS, I can go to freight, and I can find this load. So to make it easier, well, I'm gonna come here. I am actually gonna copy city in Pennsylvania, which is Brainingsville, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna put it here, copy, paste. I'm looking for tomorrow. So I'm going to switch for tomorrow. And it was going to McHenry, Illinois. Or I simply put Elgin, Illinois, and let's see what else it's gonna be here. Deadhead. Well, I want 50 miles deadhead from Pennsylvania, and I want only 50 miles deadhead from Elgin. So let's search. So look, this is the load, which now I actually have extra information. And it tells me right here that they are paying $1,000 only. And it also has 2 drops. So first it has Rockford, Illinois, and then it has McHenry, Illinois. Well, this is kind of nonsense, not $4,000. But can we actually put a quote? Well, let's see. If I have to drop in Rockford, Illinois from 6 to 12 and then go to McHenry, 22 miles deadhead, well, maybe I am willing to do this for $1,700. So I can put my bid here and we will see what's gonna happen. While your quote have been submitted, you can also email. At least we know the commodity, so it's going to be beer. That's why it is so heavy. Look, the weight was 42,500. Beer is heavy. Do you need to have the alcohol permit in Pennsylvania? No. And do you need a delivery permit in Illinois for beer? No. In Illinois, we are not required to do so. But this is the details that you need to pay attention to. So let's check what's going on with market. We have lots of tools on all the load boards, but DAT has enough tools for you to understand average 15 days, what's going on per month, kind of look back 2-3 months, look by equipment, look by area. So let's see. If you are new, you need to make sure you get comfortable with using their tools. So you have quick rate lookup tools. It's gonna help you to figure out what they exactly paying today and in the last 15 days average, let's say from certain town to certain town. So if you're coming from Memphis, Tennessee, and you have a drive-in, you want to see what they pay to Dallas, you can put it right here. So you can put Memphis, Tennessee, you choose in the area, you go into Dallas, Texas for drive-in search. And it's gonna tell you the spot market average, what brokers have been paying for last 15 days. Every day is different. It can be higher due to holidays. It can be lower on Monday, higher on Friday when they need to cover. So there is a lot of things which can affect this spot market. The contract rate, that's what the brokers get. So approximately, look, they are booking the loads for $976. They are getting paid $1,225. So they approximately making $250 per load. They are paying us $976, right? But we have operational cost, which for most of you are running around $2 per mile now with insurance cost, with fuel, with maintenance, with driver pay. So is that really fair? Well, not really. This has to be smaller. That amount between what they pay us and how much they getting paid, it should be 10%, maybe maximum 15%. In this case, well, we are talking about 35% they are making on each load. But let's go back to other tools. We have trend lines. So let's see how is October looking. Today is the last day, and this is our numbers. And they are telling us in a big capital letters, look at this. When rates climb higher, wow, how much higher? From $1.97 till $2.02. Wow, this is a whooping 5 cents per mile. Well, we're gonna see this number in few days when they're gonna get all the numbers that they use to show us this rate. Well, this is a drive-in. Flatbeds were staying steady. They went up also few cents, and reefers are the same, $2.38 per loaded miles. One more time, per loaded miles. That means if you really calculate how you should calculate all empty and loaded miles, these rates are lower. So probably most of you are averaging $1.95, $1.97 per all miles. If you do not have lots of partials for flatbed step decks, you are still at that 230, 235 per mile. And for reefers, you are probably averaging 220, 225. So this is how market looks today. Let's look at our fuel, and the prices are $3.57, which is 0.56% higher than previous week. So this is our tools. The tools are located here. We're not going to talk about market conditions today. We're not going to be talking about rate view. We're not going to talk about quick rate lookup and also other options like try haul. Today we're just learning what dispatchers do. Do you need a training to become a dispatcher? And why actually people still choosing this path? Because if you are listening to drivers, if you are watching the news, everybody is telling you, well, trucking industry is suffering. It's done. Everybody's quitting trucking. Everybody's filing the bankruptcies. But guys, this always happening. We have that roller coaster up and down in trucking in the last 30, 40 years. So people who've been in trucking for a long time, we are used to this. The only thing which we are not used, this is that we got too many people in the last 2-3 years who came to the trucking, because when the market was going up during the COVID, everybody decided to come to trucking and make this huge money. Everybody was opening MCs, everybody was buying overpriced trucks and trailers, and then reality came back. And most of those people were not prepared to run the business. Most of them did not have a knowledge, because it's really easy to book the load when brokers calling you, and even with no negotiations, you were still getting high paying loads. But when the market is low, the knowledge is a key to succeed and actually to survive in this market. People asking me, is it easy to be a dispatcher? Well, this is a very different position. If you like to multitask, if you like to talk to people, if you like to make decisions, if you are a person who likes that adrenaline every day, because believe me, it's going to be something different every day. It's never the same load. It's never the same situation with a broker. Every day, it's something different. So if you like me and you like that, you're gonna love this job. I like to feel powerful when I still connecting the loads, when I am still averaging higher rate per mile than most of the dispatchers, when my drivers tell me, well, thanks for doing a great job. When people come to me and I teach them and they go and they open the companies or they work for somebody else, it brings me joy. But we are all different. I can just tell you one thing, that you do need to have a strong foundation. And by strong foundation, I mean understanding terminology, knowing the market, knowing geography, knowing roads. Well, this is something you guys can do on your own. But seeing how the load boards work, how do you negotiate with the brokers? What is new in, for example, setting up paperwork nowadays, scam alerts, double brokering, what is best for dry van, what is the best for the reefer, what should you do or not to do? It takes time. So that's why in our training, we share that information, and we are learning not only from theory, but we have a lot of practical phone calls, and we are learning what's going on in trucking today on October 31st of 2024. Not 5 years ago, not 3 years ago, not even 3 months ago, because this changes drastically. So the basic information, as for example, terminology, well, you can go and you can get from pre-recorded classes, it's never changed. But the way market is acting, it's totally different. So if you sign up for pre-recorded classes, you'll get knowledge about the industry. But when you're gonna start dispatching today, you will be lost because it's a different story in the trucking right now. So let's look one more time. Let's say we want to post the truck right now in Los Angeles or Yakima. So let's choose Los Angeles. First, let's see what our driver is looking for. If your driver only going to certain states, you can post by the state. If he goes to certain areas, you can put by zones. Look at this valid zones, right? And you can download the map right here in the DAT. But we have from Z0 to Z9. Z0 starts on the northeast, Z9 is of course on west coast. So if I know that my driver went all the way to Los Angeles, probably he wants to make money, or he wants to come back to strong Midwest, or he wants to go to northeast. That's how they make money if they are going to take the long loads from coast to coast, right? So I am willing to go to Z0. I am willing to go to Z1. I am willing to go to Midwest. Z4, Z5, Z6. So can I put this? Yes, I can put it right here. So I'm putting Z0, Z1, Z4, Z5, and Z6. Well, what type of equipment? In this case is reefer. How big is our trailer? 53. The maximum weight is 45. What else can I put here? Well, can my driver be tanker indoors driver? In this case, he is. Swindlers, vertical E-tracks. What else is important for reefer? Probably new TRU. What does it mean, TRU? Trailer refrigerated unit. So that means that my equipment is in good condition and it can hold that temperature. We are talking about long distance loads, right? So I better make sure that that reefer unit is working. So now I'm going to post and I'm going to view in search. So look, we have chosen Z0, Z1, Z4, Z5, Z6 for reefer in Los Angeles. Well, I don't really want to deadhead. We see 372 results. Let's see the highest paying rate just to average it out. And look, we have the rates 9,500, right? 9,000. Wow, 9,500 going to Brooklyn, New York. That's why they're paying, because most of the drivers are not gonna go to Brooklyn, New York. We're not really going to New York City or Island. Some of the drivers are okay to go to Hunts Point Market, and that's why we will charge more money. But in this case, this is already telling us this is minus 10 degrees and we are receiving phone calls. Why are we receiving phone calls? Well, because they need the trucks. Dispatch.
Hey, dispatch. This is Kevin over at Spartan Logistics. How are you?
I am good. What is your MC, sir?
My MC is 810524.
810
524.
524. Just want to make sure that we are able to work with you. Okay, yeah, your rating is C. What do you have, sir?
I have a load that is ready right now out of Bakersfield, California, 93313, delivering into Bridgeview, Illinois, 60455 on this coming Monday at 7 a.m. 35,000 pounds at 35 degrees.
Okay, what is the commodity?
Creamers, coffee creamers and stuff.
Okay. What time can we pick up till?
Ready right now. I believe they ship till 4. I will 1,000,000% confirm that if you end up taking this load, but I believe it's still 4 p.m. Local time in California.
And what time did you schedule appointment in Oaklawn, Illinois?
In Bridgeview, it's going to be on the 4th at 7 a.m.
And who is the receiver there?
J&R Dairy.
Are they easy receiver? Because never work with them, although I lived here.
I've never had any issues personally, but I don't want you to hold it against me if something ever went wrong.
I mean,
No, I've never had any issues.
okay, so usually what, 2-3 hours unloading?
Usually less than that.
Oh, less than that. And how much are you paying today?
I mean, if if I can be honest with you, I can tell you the number that I am losing $1,000 at. I am losing $1,000 at 59, 75, and 78. I would love to be right there, but if you can't be there, maybe we can work together.
Hold on, let me see what everybody else is paying today.
Oh boy, don't say that. Come on,
What
let's
do you
be
mean?
friends.
What do you mean
We can
don't
be
say
friends.
that? Look at this. California going to Illinois. We have approximately 82 results and we have 7,000, 74, 75, 69, 65. So are you willing to be around 72?
If I can get you at 69.98 and 75 cents, can you take that?
69? What? 69?
$6,998.85.
And 85 cents. Well, should we?
Gotta be the cents. I won't send you a cent more or a cent less, but first I gotta get that approved. But honestly, I think I'd be able to send this load to you if you can make that work.
Is that
I think.
when you are losing 1,000 or you losing more than that?
I'm losing like 2,000. I'm not eating lunch for a while.
2,000 you losing, so why would you agree to hold this for 5 grand or whatever, 6 grand?
Those are high-level decisions that I don't make.
Oh, you don't make those high-level decisions, but you are stuck with covering this load, right?
I like covering freight. It's kind of fun.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Kevin. What's your name?
My name is Alex. Is this your direct number, Kevin?
Here, let me give you my direct line if that would be easier.
Okay, what is it?
708.
Oh, you are in Illinois as well, 708, okay.
I live in Naperville.
Oh, you live in Naperville. I love Naperville. Okay, let me look into this. Let me make you phone calls and I'll call you right back. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, guys, what did we do? He calls us. Did you see that I went and I wanted to compare what is everybody else is paying, right? So we went to the board. So let's see. Happy Halloween. He is telling us that he is losing $2,000. Well, do you believe this? Do you not believe this? Well, who knows? But today is market paying $360 per mile, $337. But that doesn't mean that this is one pick, one draw, because we don't really have all the information. What is good in his case? Well, in his case, it's ready. We do need to deadhead a little bit, right? Because we have to go to Pumpkin Center, California. It's 99 miles. So if we have empty truck now, we have 2 hours difference. So it's almost 2 p.m. here. Let's say it's 12 in California. Well, we can be there by 2:30, get loaded. You can easily deliver this on Monday. So total miles 2,200. So what would be the rate per mile? Well, you can calculate, right? So if he's willing to pay us $6,998 and even 85 cents, the rate per mile would be, you take your calculator and that's how we calculate rate per mile. Do we calculate only on loaded miles or do we calculate on total miles? Total miles. We still need to compensate for our deadhead. So let's see. 6,998 and 85 cents divide by the 2,200 miles. and we are at $3.18 today. Well, not bad for spooky Halloween. So if you guys are in California today, well, you getting those loads and you need to start pushing those brokers. What did he start with? Well, he started with 5,000 something. He admitted that he was losing 1,000. While we went, we look at the DT and he told us, oh, don't do this. Why don't do this? Because we can compare. We did not even call one load yet. We don't know if those 7,500 going to Illinois is one pick, one drop. I don't think so. But we are we are sounding like we already know this. So that's why we're asking for that money. $7,000 to go from California to Illinois. Not bad. One pick, one drop. Well, it's happening today. Halloween 2024. If you're lucky enough to be a reefer in Los Angeles today, finally at least you're gonna get that one spooky good paying load. See what's going on in Yakima, because a lot of drivers who work with reefers, they like to go to Yakima. But before we look at the market, let's answer my favorite TQL. Dispatch.
Yeah, I was calling about that reefer in Yakima.
In Yakima, what do you have, sir?
How about 3-drop pending in Forest Park, Georgia?
Is it one pick, one drop?
No, it's 3 drops. It's Wapato, Emporia, Kansas, Shawnee, Oklahoma, and then Forest Park, Georgia.
Yes, unfortunately, we would just take one-on-one at this point. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Dispatch.
Hey, what's your MC number?
I'm sorry, what is yours?
310818. So you had a Yakima, Washington?
Yes, we do.
Right. Working on a Boardman, Oregon, going to Atlanta, Georgia, loading at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Any interest in that?
Boardman, Oregon for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's 5 a.m. pick tomorrow.
No, unfortunately, my truck is ready to go, so I need to book him today. Market is paying. If you have anything else, call us back.
Not for today. Is that your only truck for the weekend?
In Yakima, yes.
Okay. You don't have anybody in Idaho right now, do you?
No, we do not. What do you have in Idaho? Golden potatoes?
We're working on some French fries.
Oh.
I've got a load coming out of Twin Falls going to North Platte, Nebraska, or Franklin, Indiana.
How much are you paying nowadays to Franklin, Indiana?
We're trying to be around 4,000.
4,000? I guess they are not golden after all. They're just an average French fries. Not paying enough.
Yeah, we don't have produce lanes, unfortunately.
Okay, well, thank you. Happy Halloween, sir.
I appreciate your time. Yep,
Bye-bye. Me too. So look at this. He is asking me if I can entertain the load for tomorrow. Well, today is Thursday. We have lots of phone calls. No, I'm not willing to do so. But why is he calling me today? Because his pickup is at 5 a.m. tomorrow, probably from cold storage there in Pasco, Washington. So he tries to pre-book. Well, it might not work for me because my truck is empty, but it might work for driver who is maybe delivering today to Walmart, Grandview, Washington. How many of you delivering there? And your delivery is afternoon. So if you are delivering today, you can actually negotiate and ask for more money for this load. In this way, your driver is gonna get unloaded today late in Walmart. He can deadhead tomorrow or even today, get loaded and be on the way. So what I'm trying to tell you, that every load is not the same for everyone. For me, it doesn't work because my truck is empty right now. He needs to get out. For you, it might work if you are delivering late, or maybe your driver is finishing restart. So that's why when you guys watching TikToks, YouTubes, and then you try to copy negotiations, or you try to say, oh, this was nonsense. Well, you do not know all details. This is my driver and I know the situation. So before you put all those comments, especially yesterday when I was posting on TikTok with all this multi-picks, multi-drops, I have a lot of comments. Oh, come on. why don't you do 3 picks? This is possible. I do 7 picks. I do 6 picks. It's possible. That means you don't know what the hell you are doing. Well, unfortunately, I do know what I'm doing. And when you are negotiating and the price is only 200, 300 difference between 1 pick, 1 drop, and 3 picks, 2 drops, why would I want to do it? Of course, you can do 7 picks, 10 drops, but does it make sense? If the broker is not compensating you, if your transit is getting longer 2 days, does it make logical sense? No, no, and no. When you telling me, oh, I've done 7 picks, well, you my hero, but not in my book of logical dispatching, not in my book of keeping the transit legal, not in my book to get the better load for your driver, for your operational cost. Of course, you can do 50 drops, 50 hooks, and maybe be stuck in drop trailer facility for 7 days. Of course, we can do anything, but does it make sense? And that's what I'm teaching you. Sign up for my upcoming class. And here is a great news. If signing up for November class, which is starting November 9th, you are getting super spooky deal. You are getting free IFTA training in January, which is $399 value. Isn't it good deal? Yes, it's very spooky deal. Dispatch.
Hey, are you still working in Los Angeles, Reaper?
Yes, we do work in Los Angeles. What do you have?
I got a Ontario, California. They can load anytime up until 3 p.m. Frozen foods. I did Owatonna, Minnesota. Delivers Monday morning at 5 a.m.
And how much are you paying for this load?
I got 5,300 on it.
5,300. And who is the receiver in Minnesota? Costco?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think you can meet me at 64?
What was your MC number? All right, and let you know, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
Thank you. So when they are calling you, well, you need to prepare the map. You need to see the reality. Is it possible to pick up commodity? In this case, it was minus 10 degrees. The load to Chicago was 34 degrees. Minus 10, you need to spend more money on what? On your diesel. You go into Minneapolis. Well, Minneapolis, you can pick up turkey, you can pick up processed meat there, right? Especially we are getting into November. Thanksgiving is coming. So Minnesota is not a bad area. So if he get me to that price, I could consider. Again, it depends on my driver. It depends on hours of service. But that's what you do as a dispatcher. You compare your loads. You do not just jump for the first phone call, especially when you are in the area which pays. Let's look one more time to our schedule, and our November dispatch class is starting next Saturday. We also have dry van training on November 8th. Please make sure you sign up. It's only $149, and it's going to be 4 hours of phone calls, negotiation, analyzing the loads, looking at the broker's apps, and everything else. But our main training is right here, November 9th, and we're going to finish on December 11th. It's 6 classes, and they are not pre-recorded, they are live. So if you want to enroll, you have 2 options. You can actually use our promo code for early bird 100, and you can save $100, or you can simply pay the full price. And if you are paying the full price, you're receiving IFTA in January for free. And our IFTA training is $399. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep improving, and remember, only together we can change trucking for the better. And it's always me, your sassy dispatcher. Today is that spooky dispatcher who wishes you lots and lots of joy with your kids today. Happy holidays. For people who do not celebrate, still make sure that you spend time with your kids, and let's keep going. Let's make trucking great again together through the knowledge, through the skills, through the missions, and of course, by doing a better job as a dispatchers. Love you, and we'll see you soon.